Hello there. As I promised to you, I'm going on with my videos about COVID-19 and how to deal with it. And not just the virus, actually, I think the virus itself is not the real threat. As days are passing, these shutting downs of countries by the governments, and all this economical crisis is becoming much more important. And of course, we have to take care of ourselves. We have to wash our hands and do whatever is necessary to kind of fight with this disease. But I think that there is a huge overreaction from people and also from the governments. And I think this is even a bigger problem than the virus itself. And this is creating a lot of discussions at the moment. As I observe that on the social media, um, a lot of people are really in panic, and maybe that's one of you. And I was actually in a huge panic 2 months ago or 1.5 months ago when I first heard the news. I was really scared. But then I took my time to research and try to understand what's going on, and I really put my mind. And I understood that the virus itself is not a huge threat. I mean, of course, it's a very big threat for people who are old or having an immune system problem. Um, and I think we have to really take care of our elderly people, our parents, our grandparents. And I understand the fear and connection with this uh, connection with elderly people and our beloved parents. But at the same time, what's happening on the bigger scale is, I think, is more scary. And why I think like that, I just this morning I watched interview done by David Icke and by Brian Rose from London Real. And I know David Icke for maybe 2 decades now, almost 20 years. I'm hearing his stories, and in the beginning I was kind of interested, but then I kind of distanced myself from him. It was a little bit too much, and I was feeling he was feeding a lot of fear and negativity and depression. So I decided to just disconnect myself from that and just stay away from that. And I found my way in the indigenous ways, and this is very important as well. The indigenous tribes, Mayas, Amazonian tribes, Native Americans, Aboriginals, they're living in a different reality, and most of them has some prophecies about the transformation that we are going through, and they have very strong connection with Mother Earth and spiritual world, and they are not so much in fear. They are the Mayas can be, especially, I mean, I'm more connected with the Mayas. They can be very much negative as well, like Don Alejandro. When you listen to him, you will first hear the negative picture, but we have to be realistic, right? We cannot just ignore the reality and just be happy and just be joyful and just, oh, we are so much in love. And this is kind of fake, I think. So we need to base our approach in reality. And David Icke, I think, is helping very much, maybe a little bit on the extreme side in this negativity. And I think it's worth looking at it. I'm going to put the link under this video, and it's a 2 hours video, and you can go through a lot of negativity, and it can really bring you down. You have to be ready for it. You can really bring depression, because it makes a lot of sense. He's very critical, he's very intellectual, and he's coming up with really interesting ideas, and he has written many books about it. So it's worth looking at it. But don't stay there, don't get stuck in the negative. He also says that we should stay calm, we should not get panicked, we should not be in fear. We can change it. The reality is something we can change. So whatever David Icke says, or the Mayans are saying, or other Aboriginal or indigenous cultures are saying, I think the message goes back to this, and this is where it matters, that we have to take the power back. Okay, you have to believe that you are powerful. You have to go into your core and find this power and find this spiritual aspect in you, in your heart, in your soul, your willpower, your physical power, your mind, and believe and have absolute faith that you are powerful, because it's all a struggle, it's a huge struggle that David Icke is explaining between the authoritarian powers and individuals. Okay, if we are really connected, as not just connected in a weak way, but we all reveal our internal power and we become the best versions of ourselves, and then we connect from there, we create a really strong chain of communities and humanity, and that can change the negative story that is unfolding, according to David Icke. So the Mayas are not saying something different as well. Like, they also say that we are very disconnected. There's this famous prophecy of eagle of the north and condor of the south, that are two different, the Northern American and the Southern American tribes are disconnected. And it's not just that, like, we are all around the world, people love each other. Like in Middle East, for example, Iranians, Israelis, Turks, we can get together and become really good friends. But the political manipulations and the power games and the wars and everything, it's very difficult to keep that oneness and brotherhood and sisterhood. So we have to really awake, really raise our consciousness and really become aware of what's going on in our lives. Not just political or social or economical or ecological, psychological as well. Our relationships, our romantic relationships, our health, the food that we eat, the air that we breathe, the sex we are having, like everything that we have been taking for granted, we have to kind of step back and look from a different perspective, from a race perspective, if we can. And this is actually, these quarantine days are giving us a really good opportunity. Instead of going into Netflix, going into things that kind of make us more desensitized, less sensitive, so to say, we have the opportunity to really awaken and read more books, think in a more critical way, whatever is happening. I'm not saying David Icke is right or wrong. Like, we have to really develop this critical thinking, because we are living in a world where everybody's jumping on a bandwagon. Oh, like this party of people are right and I am supporting them. I am with this party and you are wrong. You know, like, oh, vegans are right, meat eaters are wrong. Or meat eaters are right and vegans are stupid. Or, you know, like this all kind of almost nonsense polarities are being very much triggered. It has been triggered a lot in the last couple of years, and that's why I kind of distanced myself from the Facebook as well. So we have to be really question all these things, and we must believe that we have the power. You are powerful. You can do it, and you can strengthen your immune system. Like this virus, like even if you are old, even if you have an immune system problem, there's a lot of things you can do. Wim Hof has proven that through certain breathing techniques and exposure to cold and mental power, we can overcome even strong bacteria. And there's a famous video, a scientific study, actually, a scientific experiment that not only himself, but 10 people, or maybe a little bit more, a group of people that he trained, they have the same amazing benefits as well. I will link that video as well. Fasting is a very great way. Like, I have tons of information to share with you that can help you how to stay strong, not just with your immune system, with your psychology as well. And because all these things are connected, right? Our nervous system is very much connected with the immune system. If our nervous system is strong, if we are calm, if we are not in anxiety, if we are not panicking, our immune system fights better. And cold exposure is really a great way. I will put, like, you can watch this video that I will share with you about cold exposure. Intermittent fasting is something you can do, very simple. You don't have to do something about it. You have to just don't do something, like stop eating food, stop taking calories in certain hours during the day, and it can become a lifestyle very easily. Like, it become our lifestyle for more than 1 year. Almost every day I'm doing intermittent fasting, and it has amazing benefits. I can see more sharpness in my mind. I can see more energy. I feel I'm stronger. My immune system is working much better. Even coffee is something amazing if it's done right. If it's an organic coffee, like I also have a video about bulletproof coffee. Like these things can be really improved very, very easily. You don't need to worry about it. Just find the right information, right source of information. Go to podcasts, listen to audiobooks, and read blogs. Like we are very, very blessed to have these amazing sources of energy and very inspiring figures online, and coaches and teachers and masters. So if you do it right, you can make it. Like we can really, really, really awaken to our own power and take the power back. This is really important. That's all from me today, and I want to keep these videos daily as much as I can. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can do live videos and I can reach out to you more easily. And then also share this video or my other videos that you think are inspiring so we reach out to other people. And please write to me or share with me some of your resources, that some books, that techniques or teachers you think are very valuable and inspiring. And until tomorrow or the next video, take care and stay in your power.